Hello bros and welcome to Aspect Zero Profile Production and next part of Sakura Night 2. So let's jump in where we left off last time. Since the rune got grabbed by a tentacle monster. That's what I'm seeing. Tart, you idiot, moron, dummy, this is all your fault. What? How is this my fault that you got scooped up by a Mandragon? No, Mandragora. While we were fighting. Don't blame your foolish on the cute magical cat witch, Tart. This happened because you Tart stabs a finger in Rune's direction. Weren't paying attention. What's paying attention? More than you? Really? Tart raises an eyebrow. That's awfully strange, given you're the one wrapped up in the monster's vibe and I'm not. Why it's almost like you're making up excuses for your stupidity. If you want to be a proper adult, my dear Rune, you need to take responsibility for your own mistakes. It's incredible childish to pin the blame for your defeat on my lovely slender shoulders. I adult, you act like child. I caught helping you. The monster strike you, I deflect, I save you. I know like, but I save. Do it for Etsy. She wants us to get along, so I try my best. I try to be team. And you mock me. Oh, is that what happened? Tart coils a few strands of lilac hair about her fingers, a pensive look on her pretty face. I did wonder why you pushed me to one side. I thought you were trying to kill that monster instead of... I thought you were trying to kill that monster instead of me and earn yourself more esteem in Estelle's eyes. Are you sure you were trying to help? From my perspective, it seems more like an attempt to show off than that went horribly wrong. Why you bad lady, bad cat, I scratch you, bite you, hate you. Those are some frightening threats, alright, but how are you going to make good on them? What can you do to me now, from all the way up there? Spit on me? Yeah. Why you? Rune struggled for words, but they escape her. Lemura isn't her first language, and she often has difficulties expressing how she really feels. These difficulties become more apparent when she's talking to Tart. Tart's always riling Rune up. They get into arguments about smallest of things. Tart stokes the flames of Rune's anger, refusing to apologize all the while, and then Rune blows up. She abandons speech entirely and resorts instead to incoherent snarls and howls. I can't say I blame Rune. Tart can be pretty irritating. I felt similarly upset during my first encounter with that wily cat girl, when she stole my mother's sword and left me tied up in the forest. She really is a bad girl. Right now Rune looks enraged. I think she really would bite and scratch out if she could, but her movements are being unluckily, or should that be luckily, restrained. Unluckily. I would actually run and cut off some of those tentacles so Rune could kind of bite Tart. That's the biggest reason I would do it, actually. Tart is annoying. Rune is suspended in the air, held in place by numerous vines. That sound was not fun. I hate that sound. The thick green vines wrap about her arms and legs. Rune's clothes are rumpled and disordered. Her skirt is pulled up about her legs, displaying quite a generous amount of thigh, and her top is barely in lace. I feel so bad for Rune, I can hardly look. Felicia, meanwhile, has no such moral compunctions. My, Rune is quite a risky position. She's so strong, it's rare to see her helpless. Felicia smiles, just as she does when she's eating a particularly delicious pastry. Don't you think she looks adorable? As if a dog like her could ever look cute. Actually, it's very offensive to call a wolf a dog. That's one of the most offensive things you can do to a wolf. Despite her compromising position, she doesn't even have the good sense to blush. That's simply aesthetics. She's ruining this incredible chance to display her appeal. If she wants to flaunt her charm, she should stop snoring. That's fan service 101. Yes, you might be right about that. She would look cute if she was a bit more embarrassed, I agree. But there's also something appealing about seeing a cute girl trussed up all angry and indigent. I can't read the word. Dewy-eyed innocence is endearingly popular as always, but I have a penchant for wild girls. What do you think, Estelle? What's your favorite sort of girl? I like cheerful airheads, I like mischievous cat girls, I prefer girls with a wild side. I mean, I like girls that are a little smarter, that actually think a little more than airheads. I like a girl that's a little bit mischievous, but it doesn't mean I like Tart, because she's also thief and such. I like girls that has a wild side, because I like the adventures, and sometimes get into a situation that can be a little bit dangerous or so. So I prefer girls with a wild side. I think that's most corresponding to me. Oh really? That's very, very interesting. Something about Felicia's love is setting me on edge. But why do you want to know my tastes anyway? No reason. Do not fuss about it, so dear Estelle. Felicia smiles brutally and rubs the top of my head with one hand, as though this is supposed to ease my concerns. Of course it doesn't. I trust Felicia with my life on the battlefield, but when it comes to personal matters, I'm a bit more wary. As for myself, my tastes are rather broad. I prefer not to be constrained, you see. As a princess, I'm an atheist, and I can see the appeal in all sorts of women, young and old, ho ho ho. Well, there's no accounting for taste. I'm not very impressed with Rune's performance, though. She isn't cute at all. I don't think she is uncute. But wait, why are we discussing this now? Aren't we the more important matters at hand? We've been struggling against this man for the last 5 minutes. Why have we been standing around talking about our taste in women? Well, our sense in urgency gone. It's blatantly ridiculous. Curse Felicia and her penchant for innocent chatter. She talks so much often about more isn't it irrelevant? Why is it 2 R's? What it says is irreverent. Well, I'm gonna read as irrelevant. So, she talks so much, often about more irrelevant things. It's easy to get sucked into her weird tempo. Let's just forget all that. It doesn't matter. Huh? Felicia pouts. Cute girls always matter, Estelle. I thought that was something we could agree on. Yes, indeed. We might come to a different background and even different races, but it's a shared love of cute girls that brings us all together. It would be no exaggeration to say that cuteness is the glue which holds society together. Without it, the world as we know it would crumble. There would be no point in living anymore. You have a point, but we can't discuss it all that later. Rune's still in danger. Oh yes. Rune still suspended above her head and snarled with Mandragora. Its vines are digging into her flesh more firmly than ever, pulsating all the while. Rune struggles against her restraint, but she can't break free. She's too tangled. Oh, the poor dear. I got so caught up in my own dialogue about cuteness, I quite forgot the peril my own party members was in. I cannot believe I could be so careless. Coming from a girl who routinely stripped and probably, I can't believe she could be so careless. I can't believe it quite easily. Do not worry, Rune. Cease your tears. I shall rescue you. Or my name is not Felicia Marabella Di Argento. Too long name to say right now. As a noble prince, I will shred these vines asunder, then I will make this fool monster rue the day it ever thought to lay one single leaf upon your exalted person. Have at you, you wicked monster, I will turn you into a compost. I wonder if she's a real fighter, actually, because considering she seems to be more talk than action. Felicia draws a sword from a scabbard and leaps forth. She might be an airhead, but she is far better when it comes to handling a sword. Her form is impeccable, not a single movement wasted. I can only watch her as she dashes into the fray. When she isn't talking, Felicia exudes an incredible aura of coolness. I wish I could have been a brave knight like her, given almost anything. Take this! Felicia swings a sword with a single precision strike. She is able to sever the vines which bind Rune's body. The vines cut Rune now, has nothing to support her, she is falling. Rune, I'm coming! I dive forth and catch Rune in my arms before she is able to hit the ground. While this occurs, Felicia and Tart make short work of the plant monster. Tart hits it with a stream of fire magic, while Felicia cuts and severs its single leafy body. In less than 20 seconds, the monster is defeated. We did it. Victory is ours. But I don't feel particularly good about it. I barely had a chance to use my sword. Felicia did most of the work, as per usual, and Rune and Tart haven't grown any closer. In fact, I think Rune hates our resident catguard more than ever. Will they ever learn to get along? Back so soon, that was awfully fast. Did you slay the Mandragora in the woods like I asked? Yes, indeed we did. It put up quite the fight, but with our exemplary teamwork we were unstoppable. Here's the proof that we failed the beast, if you require any evidence. Felicia reaches into a small leather pouch about her waist and draws out several cuttings from the Mandragora. When taken on a quest of guilds, adventurers always ask to provide proof of their victories. Adventurers will typically remove fangs from fell drakes, captured vicious slime in vials, and take cutting from mighty Mandragoras. These bits and pieces that we play for are used solely to prove our own heroism. A lot of these wares have healing properties, and they can be synthesized into potions by experienced mages. The teeth of drakes, for instance, can be powdered up and used to treat headaches, while slime is good for the skin. I can believe that. If adventurers can get a lot of these rare items from their quarries, the guild master often pay them extra for their services. It's a win-win all around. Let me see. Alice takes the cuttings from Felicia. She observes them for a few moments, holding them beneath the light before she finally is satisfied. Everything seems to be in order. You brought back quite the haul. Why, thank you. And we have more cuttings here. Tart reaches into the pouch waist and draws out yet more severed vines. Take them if you will, I have no use for them. Me too, you take. Rune hands Alex even more war spoils. Cut them with my claws, did it myself, took more than Tart. Mine no better. She too hasty. What was that, you pipsqueak? Your cuttings I took from the Mandora are far, far superior than the ones you got. No, they're not. Yes, they most certainly are. No. Yes. Stop trying to one-up me, you little mutt. It's not cute at all. Don't try to act high and mighty when you're the one who got tangled up in the Mandragora's vines. You were this close. Tart makes the gesture with her hands. To becoming wolf girl pate. Pate? Rune frowns. I say, what's pate? It's a type of paste. I think it's usually made from liver. It's very meaty and it's expensive. I never had it before. Have you, Felicia? It sounds like the sort of fancy thing Felicia might have eaten, being a member of royalty, but she shakes her head. We don't often eat meat in Greece, also largely vegetarian. Actually, they never eat meats, pretty much. I mean, they only eat fruits, vegetables, and so. That's elf philosophy. If you actually would go for the philosophy of elves in like the Elder Scrolls, you would never even hunt animals or so. You only hunt monsters and only eat fruits or vegetables. So, oh really? I didn't know that. That's interesting. In any case, I certainly wouldn't want our dear room being reduced to a wolf god paste. She is perfect just the way she is. You really think so? Tart snorts. On that score, I must beg to differ. This girl is nothing but thorn in my side. She is always trying to upstage me. Not hard to upstage a con artist and a thief. As long as you haven't done the same, you always upstage them. You deserve it. You rude, mean, nasty, smelly. I saved you from monsters and you not even thank. You just mock. I didn't need saving. I know you wolf girls think us cat girls are inherently inferior to you. Perhaps there's some truth to that. Actually, a cat is far better than a dog because where my mother lived, not far from me right now, but her cat technically can beat up dogs. If a dog comes in there that it doesn't belong there, the cat beat them up and the dog runs away. So cats, as long as the cat is actually not afraid of a dog, it's very superior of a cat. I mean, a cat is very superior of a dog in that case. We're not as physically capable. We know not as physically capable, or our muscles are less developed. But I'm smarter than you are, and I can certainly take on the Mandragora on without any aid. In fact, I'm offended that you thought I needed your help. You only jumped in because it's clear you don't trust me. Do you really think I'm that stupid? You're stupid, very stupid, mean and rude. Huh. That's rich coming from you. How can I treat you with respect when you never done the same for me? Need to earn respect. You've done nothing for it. Why you? Hiss. Well, that's the next picture, so I'm gonna end this episode here. So, that was all I had for Sakura Night 2 this time. So hit like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.